What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. This is a special video because I'm making it from Collett Park out here in Terre Haute, Indiana. My home away from home. I like to call this my second home. And today I'm doing a little review and update video on my 2021 Chevrolet Suburban. Now, at first glance, there's really nothing special about this Suburban. It's just like any other modern Chevy Suburban on the market. It's big, it's bulky, but there is something special about this. A couple of things, really. One of them is the mileage. This thing has 189,000 miles on the odometer. This is a clean title truck that I bought from a dealer-only auction, and I got it for $20,000. This is an LT trim. It has the max towing package along with some other options. It's got the 20-inch wheels. It's got the panoramic sunroof. It's got leather interior. I mean, it's pretty well loaded out, guys. There's that panoramic roof right there. Let's take a look at the interior. Nice dark tinted windows. I mean, this is the largest SUV sold in the United States of America, which is pretty impressive by itself. But I found something out on this trip. This thing has the Ecotec 3. This is the 5.3 liter V8. It's not the biggest engine they offer in the Suburban. You can get a Suburban High Country Edition, and that one comes with the big 6.2 liter, which is what I'm used to having in my Cadillac Escalade. So I was a little concerned about how this engine was going to be able to compare to the Escalade. I use this for everything. It's not just for daily use, for family trips. I use this for work. I use this for hauling multiple trailers, for hauling cars. It is my workhorse, and I'm here to tell you, I have been nothing short of impressed with the capabilities of this thing. It does everything, and it does it very well. I have owned this truck for 2 or 3 weeks at this point, and there were a couple maintenance items that I had to take care of. So far, I ended up putting a brand new AGM H7 battery in this thing, which cost me, well, it was a pretty penny. It was like $275 for the battery. It also was due for an oil change, so I took it in and got a full synthetic oil change done at Take 5, and it only cost me a measly $130. I could have done it myself, or I could have taken it somewhere else. In fact, the dealership probably would have been cheaper. But regardless, that's what I did. I was short on time. I took it to Take 5. They got it done, and it was finished. Shortly after purchasing it, I got an error code for 3 of the 4 TPMS sensors, so I took it down to Discount Tire, and that cost me $60 a sensor. I had them replace all 4. So it was about $270 all in to replace all 4 of the sensors. And then the rear windshield wiper was shot. That cost me $14 to replace the rear windshield wiper, and that's it. That's it. That's everything that this thing needed to be brought up to date and current on everything. And I'm here to tell you, I just got done. The reason I'm making this video is because I couldn't believe the fuel economy from this tank. 5.3 liter V8, but it has the 10L80 transmission, the same transmission that comes in a lot of the Fords, the 10-speed. I find myself regularly cruising at highway speeds between 1,200 and 1,500 RPM. I'm not joking. I'm literally not joking. 12 to 1,500 RPMs cruising down the road. Let's fire it up. And the mileage. Let's see if I can get you guys in it. The mileage is currently 189,951. So we are about to hit 190,000 miles on this thing. Now, I'm going to try to get you guys a little bit closer because this is incredible. There we go. Let me get you off the deal there and in through here. Take a look at these fuel economy numbers, will you? Average 18, best 26.2 miles a gallon, and that's over the course of the last 50 miles. 26.2 miles a gallon. Now, that's not an average. The average is 17.9, and let me show you guys something real quick. Let's scroll through this. I want to show you, this is incredible. all right? It tells you your brake pad wear. This is insane. I know how much brake pad I have left on the front and the rear. There's my air filter life. My tire pressures are all working. Oil, 80%, because I've driven the hell out of it and I've used it for towing. But right here, this is what I'm most impressed about. Over the last 700 miles of driving, I've averaged 21.7 miles a gallon. And here's the thing, that's not even entirely accurate, because I ended up pulling over. I got so tired on the road, I had to stop and sleep. I let this thing idle for 45 minutes to an hour while I was sleeping with the air conditioning on. 45 minutes to an hour, this thing sat with the AC running, keeping all of us cool while I was sleeping. And we still have 21.7 miles a gallon. And I've been here for 2 days. So I've been doing all the driving around the city. Stop and go, very little highway driving. And we're still sitting at 21.7. Guys, I've got some pictures on my phone I'm going to include in this, because this thing was getting right at 23 miles a gallon on my trip up here. 22.7 miles a gallon. 22.7 miles a gallon in this ginormous SUV that's got almost 200,000 miles on it. The best part is, guys, this isn't like I was hyper-miling or anything. We had this thing loaded down with all of our luggage. 2 dogs, Jessica, myself, Nick. I mean, we had everything piled and packed into this thing, and we still got almost 23 miles a gallon from it. Listen, you guys all know I've been like a Mopar Dodge fanatic. For the last 6-7 years, I bought nothing but Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep products exclusively for myself. This is the first time in a lot of years, since 2019, this is the first time since 2019 that I have purchased a different product. And I went back to Chevy, and the reason I went to Dodge to begin with was because of a defective Chevy Corvette that they sold me in 2019. I swore off Chevrolet from then on. Now, I've heard a lot of horror stories about cylinder deactivation, about camshaft failure and lifter failures and all of this stuff, and transmission problems. And, you know, I don't know a whole lot about the car's history other than it's a one owner. It's never been in an accident, and it's been dealer serviced its whole life. I don't see anything on the Carfax report showing that the engine was replaced or that there was any major mechanical work done to the engine. Same thing with the transmission. There's nothing on record. That doesn't mean it wasn't done. Unfortunately, Carfax and AutoCheck reports, they don't always show everything. I've run into that several times myself, but I'm just saying, this thing is sitting at almost 200,000 miles. It doesn't leak anything at all. No funny noises. Runs and drives absolutely perfect. And it's still getting almost 23 miles a gallon on average on a trip that was 700 miles long. And the best part for me is that I have been looking, at least I was. I'm thinking I'm going to stop looking for something with lower mileage, because the price difference is absolutely insane. You're not going to get better than this truck for $20,000. It's just not going to happen. I keep looking. I regularly go back and check online to see if there's anything different, anything new. I don't want something salvaged. I prefer something that's never been wrecked, and I prefer something that still has a warranty. Once you start including those filters, the price ends up being $40,000, $45,000, $55,000, depending on the mileage and how much warranty you want left. So it leaves me just kind of wondering, maybe I got such a good deal on this that this is something I should keep and utilize. The only thing I can't stand about it is the shifter. I think this is really dumb. I wish they would just keep the old school shifter. This, okay, so you got to pull up for reverse. Now it's got great cameras. You see we got the 360 cam, nice backup camera. It's got side cameras, front cameras, trailer hitch cameras. I mean, this thing has cameras galore, guys. Look at this. Anything you want. Front camera, rear camera. It's hard loaded, guys. Hard loaded, man. You get the lines back, so you get like a bird's eye view of the top, and it'll include the lines. So when you turn the wheel, it shows your track. You see that? It shows where you're going to end up going. This, I'm not kidding with you, man. This is freaking awesome. This would be for your trailer tow right here. I guess you turn that off. That's showing the front. There we go. Now it's showing the back. I mean, you can select whatever type of camera you want for when you're backing up, including the whole bird's eye view, 360-degree camera, all of that good stuff. Now, neutral, you push, drive, you pull. And what's interesting is after you've backed up, and I really like this feature, after you've gotten done backing up, the camera stays on when you're going forward. And normally on this screen right here, you got a 360 cam. So a lot of times, once you back up, you're still trying to figure out how to maneuver forward, but the screen turns off. The camera's turned off, not on this. The camera stays on so that you can, and look at the lines, so you can adjust where you're parking. You got your low range gears here, which is nice. Nice little touchscreen. It's not super big, but my favorite part is the physical buttons, physical controls for everything, including the radio. This takes you to your home screen. You got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. This thing has Wi-Fi. I mean, it's literally loaded. Trailer profiles as well. Really nice. You've got tri-zone climate control. You got driver, passenger, and rear that you can turn on and off from here. Heated seats, no cooled seats in this one. You got a heated steering wheel. You have, let's see, we've got lane departure warning. This also keeps you in your lane. It doesn't work very well. In my opinion, as it's trying to keep you in a lane, it'll bounce. Kind of like this. Bounce off the line, bounce off the line. And it just does it. It's not very good, so I don't turn it on. I leave it off. We have your parking assist, which I leave on. Auto start and stop, which I hate. Over here, we have the electrical outlet for the rear, 120-volt outlet. So we got traction control, parking brake. You got four-wheel drive. This is real four-wheel drive. This is not all-wheel drive. You have auto, 2 high, 4 low. You also have your driving profiles, sport mode, off-road, tow haul, and normal. Over here, you've got your brightness for your instrument cluster. You have your trailer brake controller right here, which, by the way, trailer brakes work great on this. The only thing I don't know what it is this here. It looks like a card plugs into it. I have no clue what that is. Maybe that's for service. Maybe it's some type of special service card or a valet card. I have no idea. Whatever that is, I don't have one. You've got your USB-A, USB-C. You got your regular 12-volt port right there. You got wireless charging down here. Cup holders galore. You got 4 of them. You've got more in each door that can hold a water bottle sideways for you. Power windows, 2 seat memory profiles, including the mirrors. Auto folding mirrors as well. Auto dimming rear view. OnStar. Big sunroof, guys. Big sunroof. This is the shade right here. You push it, and this sunroof is incredible. It's honestly gorgeous. Look at it. It just keeps going and going and going. And then another one of my favorite features, aside from the Bose stereo, which sounds absolutely phenomenal, is I find myself carrying a lot of car parts, tools, whatever the case may be, and I need to load them up. And a lot of times I got to set everything down so I can open the hatch or open the tailgate of my truck. Well, with this, you just swipe your foot under the back and it will open. Just like that. And then you can take all your stuff, you can load it in, and you can drop it. Of course, you've got the power outlet back here as well. You can fold down all of the seats from here. All of the seats fold down from this location. You can fold 2 of them back up again. There's a place for a privacy shade that I don't have. This truck did not come with it. And if you wanted to, in the settings, you can actually set the tailgate to close when you swipe your foot under this corner. I turned that off because I accidentally was over here, because obviously you swipe your foot and it opens. You're already standing kind of in this area. You start putting your stuff in and you'll find that your foot ends up over here. And you can accidentally close this while you're trying to put stuff in it. So it's not perfect. In the settings, you can turn off the closing aspect of that with the swipe of a foot. Here it is, sitting here running like a top. And of course, I'm killing my wonderful fuel economy. I have never, and you guys know, if you've been around for a while, you guys know I've owned a ton of trucks. I've had the heavy duties, 3500s, 2500s. I've had everything. Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Yes, I owned a Series 3 Grand Wagoneer. I have had a lot of trucks, and I've never found anything that I was completely happy with. I mean, I've had power wagons, I had the Ram TRX, and I never could find something that just seemed to fit what I do perfectly. It was like the perfect truck for me just didn't exist. But it does now. I didn't realize that this was a thing. I don't think I've ever owned a Chevy Suburban in my life. I mean, I've had a Cadillac Escalade, but I'm talking about this full-size, massive behemoth of a truck. I've never owned one. I didn't realize this was the biggest SUV that you could get in America. Second to it is the GMC Yukon XL. And then third is like the Ford, what is the big Ford? The Expedition L, I think is what it's called. This is as big as it gets, guys. And this thing is perfect. When you're not hauling anything, when you're just driving it with your, your family and your stuff, it's perfect. It's comfortable. It is such a pleasure to drive. This does not have MagneRide. This does not have, let me close these blinds here. This does not have MagneRide. This does not have air suspension. It's just plain Jane basic coil struts. That's it. And it rides phenomenal. And the best part is, typically on something like this, when you put a load behind it, you throw a trailer behind it, you start putting some weight on the back end of these things. Number one, they kind of flex like this, right? And then the ride gets super bumpy and really rough. Not with this. I don't know how they did it, but even when you put a car on the back of this, yeah, it gets a little squat. Not much, but a little squat. But once you're going down the road, I expected to be bouncing around. It was still perfectly smooth and comfortable. Now, with a car towed behind it, I was getting like 10.5 miles a gallon. So fuel economy is really, really, really bad when you're towing. But the truth is, I spend most of my time just driving, moving parts, moving stuff, moving family around. I don't really spend that much time actually hauling things. So it's not that big of a deal. So again, I'm left here just trying to consider, do I want to go with something with a warranty and know that I'm protected? If something goes wrong, something expensive, I'm safe because I can just send it back to the dealer and let them fix it. If I choose to go that route, it's going to cost me at least, at a minimum, an extra $25,000 on top of what I paid for this. I mean, at a minimum, I'm going to be looking at $45,000 for an SUV like this. Or do I just keep this, keep up the maintenance, maybe do some basic stuff like it'd be good to send it back to the dealer, even though it's been dealer serviced its whole life. It's had transmission services, regular oil changes, front and rear differential, things like that have already been done. I still think for peace of mind, if I were to keep this and say this is going to be something I hold on to for a while, I should probably go back to the dealer, have them do the transmission and filter. Again, front and rear differentials, transfer case, coolant, brake fluid flush, everything. Just go through and do the whole works. We could do the spark plugs ourselves. I think this is still a deal where it doesn't have coil on plugs. It's got the coils that sit on top and short wires that go to the plugs. So we could do plugs, we could do wires, we could do our own air filter, PCV valve, basic maintenance stuff like that. I think we can take care of at home. But I think if I'm going to keep this and I want it to last a long time, the best thing I can do is just get everything done at once so that we know there are no services that have been neglected. The thing runs and drives so damn good. I cannot imagine if I went out right now and bought a brand new one. A brand new one's going to run you about $70,000. All right, if I went out and bought a brand new one today, I don't think it would ride, drive, or act any differently, any better than this one does. And here's the best part. Being a 2021, it is still the current generation of Suburban, which means when I'm driving down the street and people see it, they can't look at it and go, oh, that's an old one, there's a newer one. No, you can't see that. There's no way of knowing that this is a 2021 or 2025 until you start looking at the interior. 2022, the steering wheel's a little different, and the display is all digital. I actually like that it still has old school analog gauges. No warning lights on the dash either. Nothing. All these miles that I've been driving this thing, no issues at all to speak of. So what do? Do I go out and spend $45,000 for a used one with a warranty? Do I spend $65,000, $70,000 for a brand new one and know that I don't have to worry about anything? Or do I just take the gamble on this one, this $20,000 SUV that still looks, rides, and drives like a brand new one fresh off the showroom floor, and just be happy with it. Nobody knows it's got 200,000 miles on it. Well, you guys do, and I do. But other than us, nobody else knows. It looks like I went out and spent a bunch of money on a modern truck, and the truth is I paid a fraction. Literally, I paid a fraction of what a new retail one of these would cost, guys. What would you do if you were in my situation? I figure, since it's already got 190,000 miles on the odometer, since it's still running and driving perfectly fine, the way I look at it is, I feel like I'm safer in this one because this one is tried and true. This one we know can get the job done because it's already done it. The new ones, I'm hearing of GM having them come back in immediately and replacing engines. I'm hearing engines blowing up at 2,000, 4,000 miles, replacing the engines with new ones, and those blowing up a few thousand miles later. Hell, man, I don't want that. I don't want anything to do with that. I feel, honestly, for the first time ever, I feel more safe in an older, higher mileage unit than I would if I bought a brand new one. The only difference is, if a brand new one breaks, they have to fix it. It's required. They have to fix it. If this one breaks, this is all on me. If I got to put an engine in, that's all me. Transmission, all me. There's no backup plan. There's no safety net. That's the only downside. But when you look at the upsides, I think the good outweighs the bad. And here's another reason why. Depreciation. Okay, depreciation is a biatch when it comes to new cars. All right, so this car is still relatively new. It's a 2021. It's only 2025. Guys, this car is only 4 years old. It's still depreciating. But because of the high mileage, it's taken a little more of a depreciation hit than anything else from this year would have, because nothing else really has 200,000 miles on it from 2021. So if I were to go buy a brand new one, I dropped $70,000 on it, within the first couple of years, it's probably only going to be worth $50,000. Even if the mileage is kept low, it's still probably only going to be worth $50,000, $55,000 in 2 years. And in 4 years, it's probably going to be worth $35,000 to $45,000. So that's a massive depreciation. And the more I think about it, it's like you're literally just throwing money away. You're tossing it down the drain, man. Throwing money away. With this one, somebody else took all the hits, man. The maintenance, all the depreciation, somebody else already paid for all of that. And I'm the one at the end getting the best deal out of this truck. But if something breaks and I need an engine, I can get a used one for $5,600. If I need a transmission, I can get a used one for about $2,600. If I want to go used, I don't know, if I like it this much, I might actually go back to the dealer and say, well, hell, then we start all over again. Let's put a brand new engine in it. What's the warranty? 12 months? 12,000 miles? And then the engine blows up? I don't know. I'd probably end up going used, lower mileage on the engine and transmission versus going with anything new from General Motors right now. Now, there's one other thing I like about this more than my Dodges. It's GM's app. When they designed this app, they did it right, man. I mean, at first glance, it looks pretty basic. Lock, start, unlock. But you can actually go to controls here and look at... Let me get this in my hands where I can hold it here. Look at this. You've got lock, start, unlock, sound alarm, flashlights, stop lights, unlock lift gate. Are you kidding me? You can access all of your vehicle settings right here. And you've got your My Vehicle, and then you got your Help Center. And the My Vehicle shows you things like your oil life and stuff. I don't remember where it is. It's like, is it over here? I don't remember. Anyway, it's somewhere in here. It shows you your oil life. It shows you where your gas is. And OnStar. I can't say enough good things about OnStar, guys. I have seen so many YouTube videos where somebody stole someone's vehicle, a Chevy or a GM product, and they were able to activate OnStar and literally slow the vehicle down so that the police could catch them, or even shut the vehicle down completely for the person to return to get their vehicle back. Sorry, for the person to get their vehicle back. It's like win with this truck, man. I have never been more happy with a vehicle purchase, I think, ever in my life. And I have found a lot of really good deals out there, but this one is like the top dog for me. This is it. I know I could get a Yukon Denali and it would be nicer. It'd have more luxurious features. I know I could even move up to an Escalade if I want to, an Escalade ESV. I looked at those, and honestly, I don't really need a luxurious vehicle for what I do. I need something that's ready to work. I need something that's easy to understand. I don't need a whole ton of features, which in my opinion, this one is feature packed. I don't need all of that crap that costs you a lot of extra money. The Suburban is perfect because it gives me everything I need and a lot of the creature comforts that I enjoy, but I don't really have a bunch of crap that I don't need, that I'm not going to use, that racks up the retail value so that I end up having to pay more money. So my question to you is, what would you do if you bought this for 20,000 bucks, spent, I don't know, $600 on some maintenance items, whatever? Is this something with 190,000 miles on it that you would just drive and roll the dice on? Or would you trade it in? I could trade it. I could probably trade this in and get, I guarantee you, I could trade this in and get more money than I paid for, guys. I promise you, the tires are still like new on it. I mean, this thing, and the best part is everything works. 190,000 miles. There's nothing on this truck that does not work. Every single thing functions properly. Every window, every door lock, everything functions properly. What do, man? Do you just be happy with what you got? Risk it for the biscuit and drive the hell out of it? Or do you take it, trade it in and end up in debt on some new model Suburban? Because right now, I own this outright. I don't owe anybody anything for this. This is mine. It's paid for. I'd sure hate to go back and start having to make payments. You know how much monthly payments are on one of these? You're going to be lucky if you're paying around $800 a month. Plus the insurance, around $800 a month. Or I can just drive this one for $0 a month. Drop your comments below and tell me what you would do in my situation. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Be sure to get yourself some Auto Auction Rebuilds merch down in the link below this video. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.